So first, quick company background. Samsung was founded in 1938 by Lee Byung-chul in South Korea. Today, the headquarters is still located in South Korea. At first, Samsung was in different areas such as textile, insurance, or retail. Today, Samsung is diversified in several industries. As you can see, the pictures. They quickly moved to the electronic industry in the late 60s, and Samsung is today the world's largest information technology company, consumer electronics maker, and chip maker in terms of revenue in 2018. Um, so in my analysis, I decided to break it down, and I'm gonna only focus on their segment of smartphone and mobile devices, what they call and what we can see in the social media as Samsung Mobile. Samsung on the social media. So Samsung Mobile is one of the most socially wired company in the world, um, as they use separate social media strategies and teams for their different products, and definitely make them one of the farthest reaching brand on the social media. So they use different social media such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, or YouTube. And in my opinion, I think what's the most interesting to focus on is the Samsung mobile account on Twitter, just because Twitter is more popular and in terms of reaching a potential audience. So they're pretty active on Twitter. They actually ranked number fourth most followed on Twitter brand. Just before Starbucks, they have more than 12 million followers, and they tweet pretty actively. They probably on a daily basis. They have more than 5,000 tweets totals. They clearly have ads on of everyone in the mobile phone market, and when it's come to having the largest possible audience to market on Twitter. What's interesting to notice though is that their main competitor, Apple, is not as active on the social media. They actually don't have any official page for Apple. What they do instead is they use a separate account to buy advertisement of their latest product. So, for example, they're gonna have a separate page for the last iPhone or the MacBook Pro. Coming back to Samsung, they use two main strategies to build their Samsung mobile account. So first, they have smaller sub account for different countries or regional demographics. So having those multiple smaller accounts going to permit them to tailor the content of the tweets to a different culture or using a different language. Uh, what's even interesting to see is that they use a different account for the US and the UK. If you go to both of the page, it's pretty similar. What's going to mainly change is that if they make reference to celebrities or if they use celebrities to promote their products, they're going to use UK celebrities in UK or US celebrities in US. So Samsung is really a perfect example of a large company that break their audience down into smaller. And if you go through the tweets of those regional sub account, you won't see any sort of message like go follow the main page or stuff like that. What you'll see instead is like if they promote a product or if they tweet about a product, they're gonna post the same hashtag. This is how the smaller accounts support the main account, and when it comes together, tell the Samsung larger brand story. One of the negative issues that Samsung has to go through is when they released the Galaxy Note 7 in August 2016. I'm sure most of you have heard about the story or even have bought the phone at that time, but they have a couple of cases where the phones actually explode. And at first, the employees and the engineers were not able to figure out what's going on, so they came to a conclusion that the battery was deficient, and they decided to recall all the production. The damage was very severe for the brand. Um, Even before Samsung ceased the production, its South Korean share dropped more than 8%, which represent a 17 billion dollars of the company market value. So they really been affected by that issue, and being being efficient on social media was very important at that time. Samsung didn't really know what's going on with the phone and what was the actual cause of those explosions. So what they did on their Twitter account is that they were putting some tweet about safety and some links that explain how to avoid these explosions. They also explain why they recall all the phone and what's the procedure to send back the phone to the company. And they use the subs account to be in more direct relationship with their clients and users of the Galaxy Note 7. So um, the the followers will ask questions to the company about what's the different procedures of safety, or if they had to send back the phone back to the company. And Samsung made sure to answer every clients, and did a really good job in terms of clients relationships here. If you scroll down there, all the subs account during that time period between August and September, you can see all those direct reply from Samsung to the clients. It's only on the 22nd January 2017 that Samsung Mobile is gonna post on their official Twitter account the causes about all this explosion happening with the Galaxy Note 7. So they basically restate what happened and all this explosion happening. Then they're gonna explain what they found and the technical issue with the phone, and then they're gonna basically say that they reinforce their safety on the new products, and that kind of issue will not happen again. In that link, we can also find the official apology of the company to their users. In my opinion, overall they addressed and handled the problem quite well on Twitter. So they first informed the users about the procedures of safety and how to send the phone back to the production, and then with that last tweet and the link copy to it, Samsung wanted to demonstrate their expertise and that they figure out the issue, and also say that all devices will be safe going forward.